Do you know him? Is he good? He's a master.
I started playing like 2 years ago.
And you're a master?
Actually,
No.
2 months ago.
She's joking.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Okay, before we get into the chess today, I want everyone to know that this was my first Blitz game after 6 months of not touching chess. And of course I get paired versus a Grandmaster in a Blitz tournament. Now, the line that Krikor played is actually the reason that I don't play King's Indian anymore. It is so crushing that when I sent to my coach, he was just like, yeah, you need to learn how to play something else. But if you're not a Grandmaster, there's a lot you can learn from this game. So far my opening is just basic idea. You're trying to get some counterplay in the center, and white immediately goes for the offense, pushing on the king side pawns and delaying their castle, which is very scary in the King's Indian because your pieces are kind of cramped. That's the reason that I'm bringing my knight and rerouting it, because I need to make room for my f5 pawn. So the idea is by developing both my knights to the queen side, I keep space for my bishop open. Now, when I played bishop f6, I got really confused, as I usually do when I play chess, because I remembered from my prep and from my coach, I had a line where this was defending some threats. It was a completely different position, and this is why I don't try to memorize theory when you don't understand concepts, because this is what happens. But if there's anything I've learned after my many years as being a washed up chess player, is that it's okay to admit your mistakes and it's okay to put your piece back. My next move, c6. I don't really have much counterplay. c6 is a move you make in the King's Indian when you literally don't have any other moves. I can't push my f5 pawn, which was my only plan, and his king is not even castled on the queen side, where usually the c6 idea would have some good threats had the king actually been castled. But I can't even punish the fact that his king is in the center of the board. This line is very frustrating, so hopefully if you're playing white versus King's Indian, you can learn something for the white pieces. Now the Botez genes begin to kick in and I bring my queen. I think at this point I've just panicked because I have developed all my pieces, but none of them are acting in unison. So I think maybe by putting some pressure on his pawns, my queen will help me defend my king side. Quick break from the video to tell you about our sponsor, Surfshark! We know what you're thinking. Oh no, an ad.
But you know what's even scarier? Not thinking about your online security and privacy. Without a VPN, your internet provider can literally see every single site you go on. That data can be stored, sold, or hacked. A VPN like Surfshark encrypts that information so all they see is scrambled data.
Okay, but it's not that bad. What will they do with that?
Well, it's not that bad until that information gets hacked, and then all of a sudden your information is out there in the open, and this happens a lot more than you would think.
Most people don't care until they realize just how much money and control those companies squeeze out of your so-called personal data. But Surfshark lets you take that data back.
Power to the people and the sharks.
You get 3,200 plus servers in over 100 countries, 24/7 customer support, and one account to use on unlimited devices. Use our link below or the code SISTERS to get 4 extra months of Surfshark VPN. Now back to the video. Krikor goes queen c2. What he could have done is pushed h6, a forcing pawn move, attacking my bishop, and then taken my free pawn, but he was being generous. And the blunders begin. This should be a masterclass on how to not play versus a Grandmaster. When you're rusty, you're not thinking many moves ahead. Pro tip, if you're a new person at chess and you can think more than one move ahead past your move, you're already beating your opponent. I did not do that, and it was very obvious here that you're opening up the file on the king, and h6 comes as a threat, and you have no way to defend. I'm still hoping maybe I'll be able to cheese him somehow on the back rank. I'm optimistic, but my entire plan about f4 has just failed, and really this position would have been fine had the bishop trade not been allowed. So now I've not only lost a piece, I've also lost the pawn. The next couple moves, I don't have much to add. I'm fighting for my life, thinking maybe this is an underrated player who will blunder, not knowing he's 2900 blitz. So, you never resign, because you never know who you play. But if I had known, I probably would have resigned. However, you guys should keep watching because you're not going to believe the blunder that's about to happen. The funniest thing about this game is that my rook on f8 is just blundering, just a free rook for multiple moves, and my sister and my friends are watching the game from the sidelines, and they are dumbfounded. They're like, how can neither side see that there's just a free rook on f8? If this isn't clear that I am blind as hell, then I don't know what is. And the fact that I gaslit him so hard that even my opponent didn't realize. When he took it, we both started laughing because we're like, how was that possible to be so bad? And that was the game. I would like to say that had I known he was a Grandmaster, maybe I would have played better, but to be honest, his prep was so strong. How'd you do, Anna? Oh, congrats. I played a Grandmaster.
You won against the Grandmaster?
Yeah. It was my first game. It was my first, it was my best game ever.
Wait, really?
Yeah. Yeah. Wait, do you not believe that I won? Yes, why would they be so happy for me if I didn't win? Do you not believe? Okay, yeah. I lost. I played. You were so excited.
If it makes
I
you feel any
blundered
better,
a rook in one move, Hannah.
if it makes you feel better, I didn't see it either.